Mr. Suren Ramasubbu, Director of Academica International Studies. As a serial entrepreneur and founding director at the AICSE Council, Mr. Suren is driving educational innovation through Academica Virtual Education Inc, which operates over 200 schools in the US. Under his leadership, Academica International Studies offers a dual diploma program allowing over 50,000 students in 28 countries, including India, to pursue an American High School Diploma alongside their local curriculum. This program enables CBSE, ICSE, and state board schools to provide international education without extra infrastructure. Mr. Suren is focused on expanding Academica's reach in India and building partnerships with top schools. He holds a BE from PSG Tech, a master's from Virginia Tech, and an MBA from UCLA Anderson School of Business. With a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Mr. Suren Ramasubbu. Let's have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
And now more than 40,000 dual diploma students on multiple continents.
The mission of the program of Academica is to provide high-achieving international students with an accredited American International Certificate of Secondary Education.
So I think it's definitely helping me gain more of a global mindset.
I also like this program a lot. It has helped me to learn new things and also improve my English and vocabulary.
Through the use of technology and the implementation of groundbreaking initiatives, the Academica Network puts education at the fingertips of any child. The Dual Diploma program offers students around the world the opportunity to earn 2 high school diplomas. They earn their high school diploma from their home country while simultaneously earning their American High School Diploma with us.
The Dual Diploma community that we are part of is the symbol that, despite differences, people from all over the world, from different cultures, backgrounds, countries, can be united by a single goal.
Back when many didn't believe or understand that by leveraging technology we could expand learning opportunities for thousands, nay millions of students around the world.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Sorry, there's still some technical glitches. Let the presentation come up, but I'll introduce myself meanwhile. My name is Suren Ramasubbu. I'm the director of Academica India. Academica is an organization that runs 200 schools in the US. I myself am from the US. I just came from San Francisco to meet you all. We run a chain of 200 schools in the US, but outside the US, we offer what we call a dual diploma program. And this has been a very popular program. It's adopted by over 50,000 students around the world, and over 1,300 schools are partnering with us to offer this to their students, primarily in Europe and Latin America. Reason I got involved in this is kind of a story by itself. I'm a tech entrepreneur. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I was running a tech company, and my company got acquired by Academica. And I happened to move to India around that time. My children were in middle school and high school, and I was looking for school options for them where they could benefit from one of the curricula that's offered here and also have a benefit from the American system of education. But I couldn't find many options like that. Either they were CBSE, ICSE schools or Cambridge or IB schools, but there was only one school that offered an American curriculum, at least in Chennai, where we moved. And that was the American school run by the consulate, and that's one of the most expensive schools in Chennai, or maybe one of the most expensive schools in India as well. So I was wondering, how do expats like me deal with this? And I could afford it, but I know many expats who moved back who were not able to afford that kind of school fee structure. So that's when I got back to Academica and said, no, if you're offering this dual diploma in other countries, why are you not offering it in India? And they said, okay, be my guest, you go and talk to schools in India and you figure out if they want to adopt it. So that's where my involvement in this comes in. Like I said, Academica is a chain of schools. It runs a chain of schools in the US. There are about 200 schools. We run what are called charter schools. Charter schools are government-funded private schools. Charter schools are run like private schools, but they're funded by the government. Now, why would the government fund a private school? The reason they do it is the government wants to create competition for public schools or government schools in the US. And government schools in the US have issues like unionization and retention of teachers, especially in difficult to run areas like inner city, and there are some tough places where it's difficult to run a school. In those places, the government encourages private parties to come and set up charter schools. So Academica is a pioneer in this. Started in 1990, and we have established over 200 schools. I'll tell you one example. There's a school in Miami called SLAM Academy, and stands for Sports Leadership and Management Academy. Even the rapper Pitbull is a partner in that particular school. This school is located in a place called Little Havana. Little Havana is in the middle of Miami, and it's a very rundown area. There are a lot of gang wars and a lot of violence and drug trafficking and all that happens there. Now, Academica went and set up this school called SLAM in the middle of this, of Little Havana. And today, SLAM is a thriving school. There are 2,000 students enrolled in it. The SLAM has single-handedly changed the future of this neighborhood. It has given an opportunity to children in this neighborhood who would not have had access to a quality education. So Academica plays a role like this in bringing equitable education to the masses right across the US. Now, about 15 years ago, Academica started this Academica International Studies, which itself is a school by itself. It's a virtual school. Through AIS, Academica offers this Dual Diploma program to students in other countries. Again, it is driven by the same mission. The mission is to make international high-quality education affordable and accessible to students around the world, including in India now. Academica is a leader in virtual education. One of the reasons is that the state of Florida, where Academica originally originated, requires their students to complete at least one course online, one virtual course during their high school, high school career. Now, we are talking about pre-COVID. We're talking about the 90s and 2000s. So Academica has been running virtual programs for the last 25, 30 years. And of course, during COVID, all of us went virtual. And for Academica, it was so easy to switch to virtual because they already had the infrastructure. And that was because of Academica International Studies. In 2010, Academica launched this international program, which is a virtual program. And it has been fine-tuned so much over so many years, and catering to a large number of students. 50,000 students is no joke, right? To run a school for 50,000 students virtually, and the students are all distributed around the world, they're not sitting physically in one classroom, is a huge challenge. And Academica has perfected this method and this mechanism over the years. So Academica is a leader in virtual education, and to this day, it is working very smoothly. Pre-COVID, post-COVID has been no change. Virtual education is our cup of tea. It's our bread and butter. Now, with this, the Dual Diploma, in my opinion, is one of the biggest innovations to happen in K-12 education. Now, why do I say that? That's a big statement to make, right? Just like that. I don't make the statement lightly. I call this the biggest innovation to happen in international education is because it makes an international education accessible and affordable to every student around the world, even students in India, right? The reason this works like magic is that the Dual Diploma is based on validation of what the student is currently doing in their regular curriculum. They could be in CBSE, ICSE, Cambridge, IB, whatever curriculum they're in. They could continue in that curriculum and on the side get an international education without leaving the school, without leaving their city, without leaving their parents. They can continue what they're doing and additionally complete an international diploma that is equivalent to any other international program. As I said, the program has become very popular. We started with maybe 550 students in Spain many years ago in 2010. Now in Spain alone, we have 8,000 students. France has 5,000 students. Italy has 7,000 students. So this program is growing very, very fast in Europe, in Latin America, in Middle East, and now in India as well. In India, we launched about 2 years ago when the US consulate invited Academica to offer this program when Academica won the Presidential E Award from Joe Biden at the time. So the consulate invited us to come and talk to schools here. And we partnered with about 10 schools now. Some of the schools are here in the audience. Podar International School is working with us. Sanjay Godawat is working with us. Some of the Delhi public school campuses are working with us. So we have about 200 plus students enrolled in the program today, and they absolutely love it. And I'll tell you why they love it. The Dual Diploma has 3 core objectives. The first objective is language immersion. Now, I think all the schools here teach English, so by language I mean English. So what's the point in teaching English? Indian students are already exposed to English from their kindergarten. What's the big deal, right? The big deal here is that I'm talking about US English. Every student is required to take 2 US English courses with us. These courses not only teach them the US English, but they teach them critical thinking. Critical thinking is something that is taught with intent in America. And I grew up in India. I went to CBSE school here, but I did a master's in the US. I did a double master's. And the difference between the Indian or the European education system and the American system is the emphasis on critical thinking, independent thought, independent criticism. When you read a book, you watch a video, you get in touch with any kind of literature, you're required to critique it and develop your own independent thought. And that is what is taught in what we call language immersion. The second aspect of it is technology immersion. It's a virtual program. Of course, you have to use technology. Of course, you have to get comfortable with technology. You have to interact with your teachers through technology. And it is mandatory, right? There's no choice. So you'll become very, very comfortable with technology. Almost all colleges and universities abroad use technology today for education. It's no more a classroom, a lecturer standing in front and teaching. More than 60% of classes are taught online. So the students have to get used to a different form of learning now. The third aspect is personal immersion. The students have to learn time management. They have to be able to manage their regular curriculum and an additional curriculum, right? It's not easy. So it teaches them time management. It teaches them executive functioning skills. It teaches them how to prioritize, plan, and work with the idea of deferred gratification. So what is achieved by going through the Dual Diploma program? As the name indicates, the students will earn their local higher secondary certificate, let's say a CBSE certificate or a Cambridge 12th standard certificate or the IB diploma, and at the same time they can earn an American High School Diploma that is indistinguishable from what a student in the US earns. And any American student earns a diploma like this. Academica's diploma is accredited by Cognia, which is the world's largest accrediting agency. It's accepted by universities around the world, in the US, in Canada, Europe, Australia, even in India. So how is this done? Please give me 2 more minutes. I'll try to rush through this quickly. To complete an American High School Diploma, a student needs to finish 24 courses between 9th standard and 12th standard. Now, how will a student who's going through CBSE or Cambridge here be able to do that? So what Academica does is, we take 18 of those courses from your mark sheet. We'll get the mark sheet from the school, and we will incorporate 18 courses from your mark sheet into our program. The student has to do only 6 additional courses over a period of 4 years. They start in 9th standard. Every year they'll do either 1 or 2 courses, and when they finish your 12th grade, they will also finish 6 courses with us, and through that they will complete the 24 courses that are required for the American High School Diploma. Out of these, there are some mandatory courses. There are 2 levels of US English that they have to do, 1 US History, 1 US Government, and 2 electives. The electives can be any of the ones listed here, and we have additional electives. They can even do AP courses, like college credit courses if they want, and that way they'll complete the 6 courses that are required. And this is kind of a layout. One good thing about this program is that our calendar runs from April through November. So a student who is in the local curriculum during their summer vacation, they can complete 1 semester with us. And the second semester may overlap with their academic year here, but they'll still be able to manage. Now, how can a student manage 2 curriculums, right? They do it because they're doing only 6 courses overall. And it takes about 3 to 5 hours a week in terms of effort. So the 200 students that are enrolled in this program today, they're able to do this, they're able to manage it, and they're able to be very successful at it. One beautiful thing about this program is the students are required to interact with American teachers. There are mandatory live sessions every other week. They have to spend 1 hour with the American teacher and with their peers around the world. So it's a great exposure to a new system of education, new type of teaching, and even the American accent and the culture that they get exposed to. The workload is about 3 to 5 hours a week, which they're able to manage very well. And as I said, the students are monitored, the school is kept in the loop, the parents are kept in the loop, and the virtual program has been perfected over the years by Academica. So this is a very well-ironed system, and it works beautifully. Now, we spoke about all the benefits to the students, but there are a lot of principals here, a lot of school promoters here. So I want to throw a challenge at you. You may still be thinking, is this appropriate for me? I don't know if this will be a fit. I don't know if this will work for me. But I'm throwing a challenge at you. If you nominate one student, nominate one top student from your school, or maybe a few, we'll give them a full scholarship. No fees to the student, no fees to the school. Have these students go through the program. And you will see the quality of the program. You will see what it provides and how it equips the students and how it helps the school itself. There are a lot of schools that are international in name only. They call themselves international, but they don't offer anything international. This is a way for a school to become international overnight. No new buildings required. You don't have to hire teachers. You don't have to spend a single rupee. You can become an international school by entering into an agreement with us and offering this program to your students, right? It's such a simple thing to do, and I challenge everyone here to nominate one student from your school. We will sponsor that student end to end. The student has to be highly motivated. The school management has to be highly motivated. You see how the program works over the next 3 years or 4 years, and then I'm telling you it will automatically expand from there. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm sorry for going over time.
Thank you so much, sir. I would request you to please remain on stage. Requesting Mr. Anil Sharma to kindly felicitate Mr. Suren Ramasubbu, Director, Academica International Studies. Let's have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Suren Ramasubbu. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we now have the technical glitch fixed for